Welcome back to TEYARA SMP, a TNP Limitless 7 series, and I've not done a whole lot in the survival world. I have been working on stuff in the creative world, and unfortunately my mega project is still working. I also think that I figured out how we need to solve this. I just haven't figured out how we're going to reroute things, because basically, if you recall, this ME chest is effectively its own entire network, wrapped up in one block. Problem is, it can only have the one drive, which isn't really a problem. We want to use it to defragment the fluids and stuff that we put in here into the rest of the storage system. And the thing is, because this is a self-contained system, that also means that it doesn't necessarily count as an inventory for the purposes of the import bus. So what needs to happen, I think, is we need to take a wire coming out of this, or a cable I should say, and then put an export bus on that into an interface on the main network. And so then this will really become its own subnet, as it technically is already, but it will become even more of a subnet. And the problem is, I mean, I could do it a number of different ways here in this corner, but it'll look really ugly. So I'm tempted to just take it out and put it somewhere else. And when I say really ugly, I just mean that we're going to have a whole bunch of wires in places that they really shouldn't be. Like we might have to occupy more space, and I'd rather not do that. I'd rather just take my disk drive and like move it over to here, where we can get some proper networking going on. But there was something else that I wanted to put over there, and I don't know if it was a bank of inscribers to replicate inscribers, or in order to make individual chip types, that sort of thing. So I need to think about that. Not really sure where I'm going to put this, but the TLDR, again, is just cable coming out of it into an export bus instead of the import bus. And then it will export from this chest into our interface, which will import it into the rest of the network, yada yada blah blah blah. Now, the segue into what we're actually going to be doing this episode, I've been thinking about the storage here. Right now we've got stack upgrade tiers. Oh, and these actually I think are netherite stack upgrades. So this isn't really for this per se, it is for this, storage controllers. The upgrades for storage, or functional storage specifically, have a different progression than the upgrades for sophisticated storage, despite they might be made by the same mod maker, I don't know. But sophisticated storage, as we can see here, once you get to diamond, the next thing that you do is you have to upgrade it like any other thing that is made out of diamond in vanilla Minecraft. It uses the smithing template. We don't have one of these. And so naturally, what that means is we're going to have to go to the Nether. So I'm going to go hit up Axel's portal real quick, and then we are going to go hunting for the upgrades. So we are here in the Nether, just outside Axel's portal, and for some reason it started behaving like it does in creative. I don't know why. This is very clearly the survival server, and I'm in survival mode, so I have no idea what has changed. Maybe something updated, or I don't know, a server config did a lag fix. I sincerely doubt that. I don't know why this is instant now, but that's for later me to figure out. Right now, we are looking for Bastions, I think. Specifically, Bastion Remnant, I think? Yeah, source Minecraft, group Nether complexes, dimension the Nether, that is where we are. So let's, 273 in this direction. It would be very nice if I had access to a Y value on that, but you know what, let's just travel in lines here. And you know what I also want to do? While we are here, I normally turn all my waymarks off at the beginning of the session, because for some reason, the Waystones mod re-enables all markers associated with Waystones, and that's very strange. But we are just going to turn this back on, so that we can get back when we want. Part of me kind of just wants to hop on through and see what happens here. Okay. We'll put down another waymarker here. Jump up. And that way we should be able to do that. I am not currently wearing my roller skates. Am I wearing my anti-lava boots? I am wearing my aqua walker boots, so it's a good thing that we checked this thing. I also wonder what would happen if I wore both aqua walkers that I have. Because, like, I've been meaning to give the second set to somebody on the server, but I just haven't done it yet. So there we go. Now we can walk on lava, which is going to be very useful here in the Nether. I also want to double check what abilities we have equipped currently. Yes, let's get rid of conduit power, because right now we want fire resistance. And I'm pretty sure that's it. Yeah, alright, so we're good there. Let's put this back, and, well, I guess we'll just go ahead, and immediately headbang. Cool. Now, this is a lot closer than I was expecting. I was definitely thinking that it was going to be a long, protracted voyage, and there's a chance that it still could be. Because the thing we are looking for, very specifically... Oh, chest here. I don't... Whoa! Did that just charge at me? Okay, now the thing we are very specifically looking for is the Netherite Upgrade. And I don't know if, like, that is going to drop from a very specific type of chest or whatnot. Gilded Blackstone, don't mind if I do while we're here. I don't know why I expected anything differently, and I'm very disappointed in myself. That is sad. That is so sad. I love Gilded Blackstone. I don't know why I do this to myself. Is this really what this place is? Hold on. No. Up. Yes, up is good. And okay, this really is the first Bastion I've been to, because we just got the achievement. That's nice. I want to go up, though, first. Starting up is always easier, because down is accomplished by gravity. And thankfully we have some more Gilded Blackstone here. So, whew, that was almost messy. Right, let's get this Gilded Blackstone. Let's go ahead and eat this apple, even though we really don't need it. Because we already have all of the resistances and stuff. Oh, hey, look at that. If we take a look down at the hearts, my leftmost one has gotten a bit of an outline. So I guess enchanted apples still do stuff. That's nice. I like that. I don't even know why I'm being so cautious. Again, we can walk on lava for limited durations. Gilded Blackstone, so nice. Actually, yeah, I should probably be leaving some of that for Axel as well. Because the thing about chests in this game is it's all looter chests, and doubtless we've already talked about this, but in the odd chance that I haven't, looter chests allow... Ooh, what is this? Each created portal if there is no existing one. What does that even mean? Well, I don't know. I'm going to take it anyway. Ooh, a lodestone. That's nice. Netherwood sapling. Going to take that. That's good. We can potentially put some of that in the whatchamacallit. Yes, that is a very helpful description, me. Whatchamacallit? Wither rose! Oh my god. Okay, that's actually insane. Wither roses... I haven't done too much with in regular old Minecraft, but wither roses require a very specific process to get. We're going to get rid of this netherrack here. But if memory serves, you basically need a wither to kill something. And the thing is, we need to find more of the chest. Oh my god, that is so many piglins. What the heck? Ow. Okay, hey, more chests. Oh, that was a zombified one. That was a bad idea. Oh, but I think the plus side is that if the zombified ones just die in one hit, they don't detect that they've been killed. So it might not matter that I accidentally whacked that one. Okay, so we've got the netherite scrap, warped grape seeds, golden nether banana. I've eaten one of those before. Oh boy, we're getting so many scrolls. I really need like a separate backpack just for a bunch of this other stuff. Oh, cave tablet. That's actually really good. Crying obsidian and gilded, and I don't need a lava bucket. We can always get more of that. Nether bananas, more of them. Ancient debris, yes please. We don't even really need that, but I'll take it. Enchanted tablet of cupidity. Huh. Okay, we got a different smithing template. That's kind of cool, but again, it's a different smithing template. Ooh. Withered tome. Click to study it. Buckler, we don't really need that. I'll take this because it's a socketed thing that we can potentially de-socket later, or, you know, deconstruct. Same thing with this one. I don't know what that did, but that has Thaumcraft written all over it. I don't even think Thaumcraft is in this game. I've already read this tome. I don't know what that did. I don't know what mod this was for. Enigmatic Legacy, I guess? Okay, sure. Can bring you fortune even if you have returned something evil emanates from it. Yeah, I do want to take this. I don't know if I want to use it right now, just because I don't know what kind of adventure that's going to take us on. I still feel like I'm going to need to break down some walls and stuff in order to really expose the rest of this thing. Either that, or we've managed to find all of the chests here, and that's really disappointing. So I hope that's not the case. That would mean we'd have to go to an entirely different one in order to get more loot, and I really don't want to have to do that. Oh, banana. Yeah, so I think I'm just going to have to go find another way. And possibly, do I have my own portal marked? Because it's going to be, like, north of here. It's going to be, like, north of here. So I guess we can just, like, head straight up north. And then, if I get super lost, we know where Axel's portal is. And I have many ways that I can theoretically get back to that. So I think we're just going to do that. We're going on an adventure, and I should probably take my compass back out, just because. And the neat thing is that if we manage to somehow get all the way back to... Where did my compass go? There it is. So if we somehow manage to get back to my portal, like just by sheer happenstance, which is possible, there's a non-zero chance that it happens, then... Oh. Is this just it up here? Have I just not been up here in a while, and I forgot that, like, this right around here is where it's at? Like, I think one of these might be the island itself. Okay, we have totally been over by my base before. Pink. No! It dropped the totem! Okay. Well, that's fine. The totem, at least... you know what? We can get rid of the banana. Ability totem. For what? Bad Omen Self? I can kind of see where that might be useful. Unfortunately, we need to put away the compass, and we need to take out our ability bottle so that we can put enough spaces in order to use this. Trigger raids in villages. So, yep, we just have Bad Omen. That's something. Now we remove Bad Omen. And then we put, where is it? Fire resistance back on. Now this right here, there's my portal. Now the question is, can I, oh, I can totally get up to this. Sheesh. Okay. Yep, so for now we'll just mark it like that. We can get back fairly easily this way. I want to see if we can find another Bastion remnant that's maybe closer than that. There is another Bastion remnant that's closer than that. Let's go. We can also now get rid of some of the stuff in my inventory if I want to. I think I probably should. You know what? Actually, yes, let's do that. Oh, yes, and you can see that all of the equipable things have started going in here as part of the storage. I don't know why it's put my memory chip in there, but that's fine. I guess because of NBT data. it makes it unstackable, and I guess Armory Cabinet works for everything unstackable and not just equipment, so that is theoretically perfectly fine. Ah, yes, okay, good. So this probably really is the place that I need to be going? Yeah, it's like right here. This is totally it. This is totally my Bastion. Ooh, that one has a skill. Sweet. Step assist, kind of lame. I think I'm already capped out on that. But that'll be nice for somebody else. I doubt this is going to work, but I'm going to equip it as my buckler, just in case. Oh! But you can't be killed! You have an ability, but ghosts can't be killed. What are you? Hold on, I need to hop up on that and see what that is. What these are. What are these? Soul Sand Valley Enderman. Ooh. With Soul Sand Valley Pearls. That's freaky. Oh, I've been haunted? I think? Okay. Well, that's freaky. Soul Pearl. Bound. Teleports the bound entity to the target location. That's kind of neat. Oh! Oh! If that works between dimensions, that could be the key that I need to do a specific thing. But then again, I'm pretty sure mob capture tools are also a thing still. I don't even know if that hit, but I'm gonna assume it did. Okay, yes. Now to start looting. Oh, what the heck? How many more of these are there? Oh, a lot. They're just constantly spawning. Got it. It was there the whole time. The smithing template was outside my portal the whole time, and I didn't know it. Well, that makes sense. That does make sense. Another smithing template. Oh, yes, we've got Pig Step. If it weren't for the fact that I've turned off in-game music, that would be, like, tight. I wonder if the music effect is different than the record effect. Because it would be cool if I was able to still play records, but I don't want the background music going, just because I want to be able to play my own music in most cases. What is that? Whoa! That is sick! Astral Plane, that's some D&D stuff, yo. Like, okay, that's cool. I'll take it. Oh, look at this, a Soul Fox. Foxhound. Oh, are you hostile? No, you're not hostile. I just don't know what I give you. I don't know if I have the bones or the pork chops for that. Oh. Is it just pork chops? Did I just get my own Foxhound buddy? That would be really cool, if true. Will you follow me to my portal, Foxhound? It's unlikely, because my portal is way the heck over here. Like over a giant fiery pit of lava. Okay, you're definitely not following me. Unless I do this. But you saw it. I saw it too. It definitely had hearts. Okay, but there's no pathway for it to get up here, so... I love how my bow and arrow is basically just one shot. That is the kind of power creep that I expected from Infinity Evolved. Oh, hey, look, chest. That is the kind of power creep I expected from Infinity Evolved, and was worried I wouldn't get in a future version of modded Minecraft, and yet here we are. So, that's good. Okay, now... Now I think we can return back to my portal. And it's a right pity that I can't take that fox with me, because it sure would be nice. So after quite a bit of time, what I would like to do is put in the Netherite Upgrade. So we're going to put this in as our encode pattern, and we need this as just a regular crafting pattern, so let's go ahead and make one of those. Actually, let's go ahead and make 2 of those, because I don't know how many of those that we want going at the same time. Okay, so you've got fewer patterns than you. Let's do that one and this one, I think. Interesting. So now we have all of the ones adjacent here, and these 3 here that are going to make them, so we have 5 dedicated to making duplicates. Then I think what we want to do is we want a requester terminal. We want to put in our smithing template, and we want to set the amount to stock to... Let's go with 128. I doubt we're really going to need that many, but who knows? I sure don't. And then we need to do this in batches of... Does it have to be 2? I don't rightly know. But I think by doing this, what this means is as long as we are below 128, then it's going to try to auto-craft more of this recipe. So if I take a look, no, that's still in the pattern encoding terminal. So if I take a look at the upgrade, no, is that not right? Oh, no, it's a template. Yeah, so if I take a look at the template, that is not doing what I think it does. So maybe this requires a subnet as well? So after messing around for far longer than I would like to admit, I eventually realized that Applied Energistics doesn't handle cyclical recipes, i.e. recipes that include the output of the recipe as one of the ingredients. So in this case, the Netherite Upgrade, we can't do that just using AE2. We can do some of it using subnets and a specific export arrangement and then turn our recipe into a processing recipe instead, so that might work out for us, but we're definitely not doing that this episode and possibly not even in this particular setup. So down the road that might be a thing, but I think I'm just going to remove the pattern buffers for these particular recipes. And let's just skip ahead to an example of something that does just work out of the box. That is to say, diamond production from diamond essences. And in fact, I think the other thing that I want to do is I want to make pattern buffers for... or pattern providers for... we want to do diamond, we want our essences, so we want to encode a pattern for this, and I think this is one of those ones that we're going to want 2 for. Then we're going to want a pattern for... No, yeah, I think we can just deal with that. So I think that's fine. Let me think about how I can arrange this the best. I could actually make a third one, and then we could go like this one back here, which is a 16, I think, and then this one here, which is another 16, and then, no, I do the 2 in the corners, and I do the 1 in the middle for maximum spread. That could be nice. I think we can do it like that. Wait, hold on. So we know... Oh, no, we know that this is the molecular assembler, so that's fine. Then we do the 1 in the middle. So this is going to just get maximum coverage in case we want to make just a ton of diamonds simultaneously. And then we put 1 in there, and so you should be the single 16. That is so weird. I can't believe I haven't put anything else there yet. So we do that, and now I should just be able to import a whole bunch of the wee little diamondy things, and I should be fine. Yes, this technically means more trips for me, but I'd rather get this done faster, so it should start crafting up a whole bunch of diamonds for that. Wow. Okay, amount to stock. Let's do batches of, I don't know, 64, and then make this like 1024 or something like that. So it'll try to do as large as possible. Oh, that's sick! Okay, so we have kind of figured out the secret sauce. It's just that we don't necessarily have all the resources to be able to make the smithing templates. I'm gonna keep up with getting more of the essence though, putting that into the system, just so that we don't really run into this situation. That is still very satisfying, and I'm hoping we have a better way of automating that in the future, like when we've got the mystical agriculture stuff going on. I could even potentially do like a subnet where I've got that automated down here in its own type of crafting going on, so that way I just need to keep that set to the correct stockpile levels, and then not even worry about automating it in the system upstairs. So I hope you enjoyed this video. It's probably a bit shorter if I've edited out as much as I think it is, but if you did, be sure to like, subscribe, and click that bell to be notified, and as always, I'm looking forward to your feedback in the comments below. And with that, I will catch you on the flip side. Thanks for watching, everybody! In the upper left is the next video in the series, or a video you might like. In the lower left is the series playlist, and on the right is my icon, by which you can subscribe. Thanks again for watching!